Okay, responding to Norse. Norse, not a great matchup early on because they have all this block and we don't, but at least it's not dwarves, they don't have tackle. Norse are a very good team at low TV. This is their first game. Okay, they haven't got much to say anything. Kind of impressed how you handled the one player against those nasties. Well, they did stop blitzing it at the very end. They did sort of think, oh, hey, G-City. It's up to you. If you're going to stay there, just tell me because I will talk about the game differently. Like, it's always a bit easier to talk about the game if your opponent isn't there because then you can, I can talk about strategy, but like also like don't worry about it. Like it's just a early ladder game. Like it's if you want to be here, that's totally fine as long as I know, so I don't think so I don't say things that would give away my thinking. You'll hop off? Okay. Good luck to you too. And I'll see you and come back on the other side. That's fun. Playing against GCD. Don't think we've played before. We might have done because I played a lot of games, and maybe it was before I even knew them in chat. Okay, so I'll give them the ball first, and we'll go for. They have got frenzy. So let's not give them a free serve, which we very nearly did at the start of that last game. We were lucky not to give up a serve in the first turn of that last game because I was an idiot. Right, let's bunch that up. Let's not leave a gap in the middle of our screen. I'm setting up like I have 10 players, but I have 11. The thing is I just need to not get them served. So instead of a gap in the middle of the screen, we could do that though, can't we? Or maybe even like that. Make it wide. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe given that, we'll push this 1-1. Let's try that. More elf suffering. Could be. Or it could be glorious elf winning. Who knows? The good news is it's not sweltering heat. I swear I hate sweltering heat so much. That's one of the good changes they made in the kickoffs to the new rules. I don't like all of the things they've done. Oh, did we get the fame? Oh, that's very nice. You only got one reroll. I don't like all of the changes they've made in the new kickoff rules. Like some of them I don't like, but some of them are definitely good. And getting rid of sweltering heat was a good decision because sweltering heat is just such a swingy mechanic. It's like so like it's so punishing when the dice go against you. And that is, well, it's a mixed start because they then did get to pick the ball up without a reroll, but I would probably have traded one reroll for us for them saving the pickup. So yeah, happy to have an extra reroll. Hey, Dizzy. So throw rock doesn't exist. It's a bit different. So now in place of throw rock, there's something, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's basically like an angry referee. And so it's still like one player is randomly chosen. And instead of a rock being thrown, the referee punches them basically. And then instead of an armor roll, it's just like a straight D6. And on anything but a 1, the player is just stunned. But then on a 6, or on a 1, sorry, the player is sent off. So it would be as if you get hit by a rock and only badly hurt. So the good news is your player can't die. But I think actually it's slightly more likely that the player will exit the game than it was before. Officious referee. Actually, is that right? So before you'd have to roll a 10 plus because it's an injury on 2 dice, whereas this is a 1 and a 6. And this is probably still less likely to lose your player for the game. And if you've got a bribe, you can. Can you use the bribe on it, Dizzy? Dizzy says you can't argue it, so I'm now not sure about the bribe. Yeah. So the good news is your like your favorite player can't die, which the rock, the worst thing is when like your best player just straight up dies. So that's it isn't quite as bad that way, but it's kind of similar in its sort of immediate impact for a game. I guess it's much more likely that you don't lose the player from the drive, because before it could even have been a KO. So it was only an 8+ to lose your player for the drive. You had to have an auto ball to you or your opponent. So this may be a mistake by G City, because they've just by using the frenzy there, they've walked their Wolf Werner onto the tree, which is obviously great for us. It means the tree gets a free hit. It's our one player with Mighty Blow. I've had the legendary Natty dies to a rock on the game-winning touch one time before. I was ready to cry. Oh, look, no numbers. It's really hard to feel sorry for Natties, because Natties are the worst. But on the other hand, that must have been very sad. Okay. What are we doing? We will take that tree hit. We're not worried about that being a scoring threat. We would like to get at least some pressure up the pitch. Are we just blitzing here and pushing onto the tree for now, or would we rather... If we move that, then we can cut the corner and take 2 dice on the Berserker. The problem is Berserkers have jump up, so they're not the most fun to hit. I think for now we'll just take the hit here. Take the hit that's given to us. Okay. This makes me slightly wonder about taking the hit now on the Ulf, because like the choice is definitely like there now if I wanted to just leave those players based on the tree. And then the Ulf could get 2 assists and knock the tree down, but then you've got to bring 2 players in here. On the other hand, I'm greedy and I want the free hit. And it also frees up that one. So that means we get a bit of forward momentum there as well. We've managed to push someone up. Because that's a stun, actually, might push both of them up. So create a little bit, at least a little bit of pressure coming forward for our opponent. That can't go forward without getting into a surfable position, so let's just go back. Or let's fail the Dutch. Spuggy, I have never had a Natty Elf. Never. I've had a Natty Skaven player now. Like a couple of seasons ago, I said there's 2 things I'd never had in Blood Bowl, which was a Claw Pommer or a Natty. And so I've set out to get both of them, and I did it. I got a Skaven one, but I've never had an Elf Natty. And I've played a lot of Elf games, so I feel a bit cheated on that, by the way. Natties are bad. Like, it's one of the things that I think nobody disagrees within the new rules, was getting rid of Natties. Like, I haven't seen anyone look at the new rules and go, oh, I wish they hadn't got rid of Natties. Natties are... Natty is short for natural 1-turner, which means it's a player with movement 10 and sprint, which means that when you receive a kickoff, if it's just lined up on the line, it's already in range to score. Carly, did I say hi to Dizzy before? I did, yeah, I did. I hope I said hi, Dizzy. So like 1-turns are fun, or I think 1-turns can be fun and interesting. They're sort of progressively less fun and interesting the more movement you have, really. But like having to like work out a puzzle for like how to do a 1-turn is interesting. But natties are not fun because it's just like you just say, I'm just going to do that, and you just click it. and your opponent can't do anything to defend it. So it's just a bit of a like not interesting dynamic for the game. Right, what Collie said. Don't die, giraffe. How are you, Collie? I hope Germany's treating you well. Tree doing its job. This would tag a Dauntless player, but even then, Dauntless is a bit of a gamble against Strength 6, so... Or we can stay exactly where we are. That's also always an option. I've got to have some ball here. Just be a 1 dice, but it's there. Problem is with that hit on the board is if it goes wrong, they can generate a surf from it. So I think it's not worth taking. I think what I actually might do is squish this Ulf in here. Maybe not. No, I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to blitz ahead. Not ignore it, but I'm not going to hit it. Good thing too, because that would not have been the ideal role for making that sort of mischief. Dodges have been bad. I have not dodged well so far. Don't love that these are behind us. Just being honest. They definitely have a play to hit the war dancer here, but I've tried to make it so that the second hit would not be good. Elf coach complaining about point click score. Well, yeah, I'm with Collie. Like, if it's interesting, it's interesting. If it's not interesting, then it's not. 8, 2, and 0 goblins. Amazing. Congratulations, Yud. No, we got our first injury. At least it's a loner. Okay. Oh, you just lost one. Why would you do that, Yidler guy? You've played enough goblins to know that. You don't defend, you just murder. Block, troll, and fanatic. Sure hands and a dirty player. Bought the 3rd reroll. Nice. That does sound like a good. Oh, by the way, Yidler guy, congratulations on winning round 1 of Chalice. Like, anytime a goblin team gets through a round of Chalice, that deserves to be celebrated. I'm not sure what Amagus is from Stray Sine Wave. It looks like Among Us. Who have you got next in Chalice, or do you not know yet? I think if you win another game and I win another game, which I'm not banking on, but I think we could actually play each other. So there's a few things I'm interested in doing. One of them is blitzing this Ulf to put it based on the tree. But it requires 3 players, which is not my favourite. Another thing I'm interested in doing is blitzing here to free this player up because he's been stuck there for a while. I think I'm going to take the tree hit because I want to. Just like getting to use the tree and make it relevant. Okay, nice stun. Bring you back inside. Could just do the 3+ dodge, but I don't think it's worth it. There's a bit of a gap here at the moment, isn't there? Problem is if I move that, then this makes this more vulnerable. Don't really a chance against the high elves next. I'm not sure if we have. Let's see. Is that how you do that one? No. I don't know what the command is. There is a command to see if we've played. Oh yeah, that is it. There you go. We haven't played. Would be fun to. Oh, Yudligar, I think I saw you've signed up for Andy Davo's competition though, the Davo Tational. So maybe I'll see you on the tabletop there. Oh, Frenzy hit themselves into a 1 dice without block. Right. They're being quite passive. You know, I'm sort of waiting for them to push forward a bit because I think they're going to stretch themselves out and they're not doing it so far. Spike! Spike, thank you so much for the resub. You are nearly at your half-year anniversary. Thanks for being one of the weirdos, as ever. Right, I think I'm finally going to try to free this one up. Nice. Very nice. Take this hit. Disappointing. Bring you up here. Push you there. You there. I think they're going to try and switch it to this player eventually. Which is why I did think about blitzing that one, but I think this was a nice blitz because it got us a player back in the drive, which has been out for too many turns. And now it means that sort of the table's flipped a bit. Now that player's sort of not much use to them. Bang average chicken bowl. We need to stick with that, Chloe. I think that could stick that name. I have, but I'm only going if he changes the bribes sneaky get rule. I don't know what that rule is. Is there a rule about bribes and sneaky get? I don't like the sound of it. Although if it's used to stop dwarves from having sneaky get death rollers, then I'm all in. I have to go out for dinner with the sales director tonight. I don't want to. I want to sit in the hotel alone. I've done enough socialising this week. Oh, man. I haven't had to do that sort of work trip in a while, but I do feel your pain, Holly. I've been there before. You just want to be left alone. And you have to go and be, like, fun and friendly. Can't take bribes and sneaky get on the same team. Ooh. That's not... It's not great, but it's not awful for goblins, because you just take the hooligan and then just use the bribes, I guess. But it's definitely, like, not great. Okay, going for the pass here. They have got the Norse thrower, which is not the most common piece. Okay. Spicy play, but it's going to look very potatoey in a second if we're just running down here. Because I don't think you can defend that ball from us. But it's this one, but we've still got two very speedy players. So I don't see how you'll outrun us. Then again, they've got block, we don't have wrestle. Potato could work out. Don't die, giraffe. Okay, good job not dying. So you can force me to put something on the sideline, which I don't want to do, and be surfable, but I don't think you can stop me from hitting this. That's definitely made it better for them. Okay. So it probably has to be a war dance from the sideline. Or, no, it could be that, couldn't it? Good. I think I'd rather keep it in bounds, actually. Well, that's kind of the worst of all worlds. I think I'm putting the reroll into this. Are we getting served here? If you one dice that out of the way and then do the 4+ dodge, but that does need to be a POW. So I think we hold there. I mean, or if you just do like a crazy dodge, like a... Well, it's only a 5+ dodge. You know, maybe I should have thought about that more, because, yeah, 5+ dodge for a 1-dice serve. I'd probably try it. Yeah, but in X normals, X doubles rule set prevents taking one of the only useful normal skills, so I don't think I want to play in a rule set that's actively hindering goblins. It does seem quite bad for goblins, that rule, Yudligar. And also, like, I feel like we need to not let Andy, the chief goblin hater, do things that are anti-goblin. I say we need to not let him. It's not like I have any power to stop him, but I agree with you. If you need signatures for the petition, I will support the pro-goblin petition. I'm really thinking about playing Wood Elves, and there's two reasons why I'm really thinking about playing Wood Elves. One of which is I haven't played Wood Elves at all in the new rules, and I want to at some point. Like, I want to see for myself. Obviously, they're worse, but I want to see if I think they're still playable or if they're just bad. And the other reason is because lovely, wonderful Chris Frozen has said to me that I can borrow his Wood Elf minis, and I already have my own Wood Elf minis. But how fun would it be to play with Chris Frozen's Wood Elf minis? So, if you don't know Chris Frozen is a wonderful painter. Who has a stream. If any of my mods, like Holly, want to do a shout out to Chris Frozen, that'd be amazing. Also a lovely person, very fun streams to watch. Slave driver. I'm sorry, Collie. You are actually also like having a really busy work week. I shouldn't have asked. Shouldn't have asked you to do any more for me. Oh wow, they did just one dice power there. Well, they've blitzed. They can't just do that surf at least. They can stun a war dance, which isn't great. We are actually like in not the best position for next turn here, especially if you just dodge that and base now. Okay. Let me just run away. Kind of can't. Kind of can't get safe just running away. That's very bad. Okay, well, I took a risk, and the risk did backfire. At least it didn't backfire all the way. But now I have 2 players free. So I was thinking of being really greedy and trying to get the ball with this player and doing my own sort of potato, but on bludge, which probably would have been stupid. So let's not do that. Let's run this ball back now and use the players we just freed up to make a screen. And then we'll try and get the ball dance forward to be a scoring threat. Yeah, all rerolls gonna make this a lot hairier than it needed to be. Or I wanted it to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you're not getting around taters. So let's put that there. Let's try and get a scoring threat on the go. This is going to be a no blitz turn, isn't it? Because any blitz now is just a bit risky. Maybe now we do a 1 dice blitz. Now we've done that. A little bit greedy, but it worked. Wow, it really worked. Good job there, Oscar the Corgi. Very good job. Gives us some sort of forward screen as well. Not that it's hard to hit the war dancer. Love you, Collie. Thank you again. I mean, Yudagar, there's another solution I can think of to that issue with the dwarves, and it's much more straightforward. You know, if you don't want dwarves with their stupid death rollers to be ruining everyone's fun, we could have a tournament with no dwarves. And then everyone would be happy. I think if it was Tree Bowl, what would Tree Bowl look like? How would we make Tree Bowl? Definitely lots of favoritism towards goblins. Ban dwarves. Do we ban Chaos Dwarves as well? Chaos Dwarves can be there, but they're not allowed to have any Bull Centaurs. Because that way it's just a small number of dwarves and some hobgoblins. And they're not allowed to have any skills on the dwarfs. So any skills they put on the team have to be on the hobgoblins. Make this happen. Oh God, Collie, as if I have the bandwidth to organise a tournament. Oh, if it's a rough double skull. I think discriminating against Blood Bowl races is not the greatest crime, Kalon. I think we do that all the time with our
I'm just a CCL griefer, like you.
Hellboy calls it in another song, our something something children's game. Is it enough just to run over here? This is a hairy turn because we haven't got rerolls. I think I'm going to stand you up, Hack Wrench, just to get killed, unfortunately, because I just need you to not... You not to be free. Okay. I think we come back here and blitz this. Good. Arm break is lovely. Get you back forward into scoring range because we do really want to score on you. If we can. Tom. But now this ball is not at all safe. So let's screen it from the back. And see if we can do something to screen it from the front as well. That would help a lot. Okay, so now things basically no way through on the... Well, there's ways through, but they all involve doing dodges on the front side. Oh, that's in surfing range. You're an idiot. Trey, don't leave a war dancer in surfing range. Especially when you don't even have an apothecary. I'm going to try this hard dodge because it's not likely to work, but if it does, it's good. And sometimes the hard things do work out. That was a very lucky turn all around. Not following up because that has jump up. Which I may have just freed that up enough to go here now, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they could do 2 GFIs to hit us with that now. I mean, they also can just hit us from here, right? Like, we can't really keep that ball very safe, so... It is what it is. Honestly, I feel like the Death Row's meant to take on Dorsey a lot better. So, Epic Bubble, I would agree with you. In this rule set, it's the new rule set. The Death Roller is genuinely a bit overpowered. Because in the new rule set, the Death Roller has a +2 dirty player, which is just very, 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 very good. Oh, Collie, I just saw your news on Discord, and yay. I'm really happy for you. I'm really, really happy for you. I'm glad. You deserve it. Okay, so this... I think they brought an assist they didn't need. I think they thought they needed an assist and they didn't, because it's strength 2. So they did get us down. I mean, there wasn't much protection on that, and there couldn't be much protection if I wanted the scoring threat, which I did. If I'd had the reroll that turn, I would have been more aggressive and I would have thrown the ball to the war dancer, but we didn't. So I was trying to do things in the sort of... There was no way of being safe. It was like, what's the least risk, basically. And this, I figured, might make it... I figured that this that I did would make it hard for them to... not necessarily to sack us, but hard to get the ball away from us after the sack, and that is sort of how it's worked out. So there's a bunch of dice we rolled here. I don't think we can hit the block because it's too far away, so we need a lot of dice, but it's possible for us to score, so let's see if we can. Okay, that's a good start. I haven't got another turn, so this doesn't really matter. I did that with the wrong player, didn't I? I meant for that one, so I could... Oh, that's stupid. That is stupid. That's genuinely just bad. Because now this is going to be a short pass instead of a quick pass. It just didn't need to be. It was a 1 anyway. Oh no, I'm sorry you're on a delay, Cully. Still, so we're 1-0 up. We've got 1 injury. They've got 1 injury, I think. And I think they started with 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So reasonably strong position for us going in. I'd love another free reroll like last drive. We really want to get SVP on these war dancers really, really soon. So I don't know about a full DACA, but I am tempted to hold the ball a bit back to start off with, just to try and do a vanity pass or two. I know, Russ. I can hear them too. What do you think they're saying, Russ? Yeah. It's a good point. Good point you make, Russ. That is very cheeky. Both halves we had a free reroll. I'm very happy about it, but it is very cheeky. Right, let's cover the ball. With who? Maybe just with you. And actually, I can do it with you, can't I? Because I'm planning to pick it up with you. Let's just secure the ball first. Good. Good guy Merton is doing a lot of these routes. It's a tiny bit inconvenient. It's not the worst for this turn, I guess. That's quite bad. But also, is it bad enough to spend a reroll when you've only got 2? I think it's not. Please don't die. Didn't die. If I had died, that would have been a very bad decision. With it not dying, I think it's okay. It's still not ideal, because, yeah, the thing with Norse as well, like, when you're playing against Norse, oh, poor Circovalius. When you're playing against Norse with elves, one of the things that is, like, not to underestimate is that actually, like, even though they're the bash team, you actually can keep up in the removals fight if you get even just, like, a little bit of luck on dice, because they're still armor 7. I know that because I've been on the other side of it, because I've played Norse a bit on tabletop, and sometimes you can be like, oh, elves, nice, we'll do some bashing, and then you just get bashed instead. So losing that chance to get those hits on the line was definitely not ideal, although it turns out they've just removed 1 back anyway, so that's unlucky for poor G-City. Do we bring this ball back and do a pass? I do really want to do passes, because I really want to get this. I want to do at least 1 pass, then give it back to you and score, and then we've at least got 1 level on a war dancer. And I want to, like, not give the ball away when I do it. I'm reasonably safe over here, so if we just sort of bring that there. Screen it off a bit more. Probably being overcautious here, to be honest. Oh my god, we take the catch. Oh boy, that's bad. They can hit the front of that. I thought, like, the pass failing, I'd actually just put the reroll into it. I didn't move that one because I was going to use that to help this one blitz get up. Well, the greed got us. the thing is, like, you do need to get these levels. So, like, it's greedy, but also, like, if you don't get these levels, the team will just be worse. So, where's the greed right and where's it wrong? This is quite cautious. I think if I was them at this point, I would have just thrown everything at this. Make it a mess. It's your chance to get the ball. Wow, that's a lot of players committed over here. Because now even if you do get this, you're not even going for it. Wow. I would have gone for this. Ball's on the floor. It's a chance. Are you dead yet? Are you on this team? I'm not sure if you're on this team. And if you are, it might be because you died already. Because we did lose a war dancer last game. That was yesterday, but we did lose a war dancer last game. So maybe the answer might be yes. I know you were a tree on a past team, but that wasn't this team. Because that team did die. Okay, I might just try this again because they didn't really put any pressure on us. Wow, the game does not want us to have this ball to do vanity passes with. This is just me being stubborn now, and I will regret it. Yep. Oh my god. I think this is how I lose the game. Because I am just absolutely refusing to give up on my vanity pass. And I just 100% should not have done that. But you think they can't have all more ones, can they? But you can. You can roll that many ones. That was really stupid. I just shouldn't have done the pass after failing the pickup. But this drive, we had a double skull to start. By the way, on turn one we had a double skull. And then since then we've had a snake catch, a one on a pickup, and then a one on a pass. There's a lot of ones. And now they can surf that one, so definitely not doing a vanity pass after this. It's gone. The moment has passed. Yes. I don't think you were on this team, Collie, no. You were on a past Wood Elf team. We've had a few Wood Elf teams already this season. They've mostly not lasted past 2 games. But I think you were a tree on a Wood Elf team that lasted a game or 2. Right, well, we've complicated this game completely unnecessarily for ourselves, I guess. Although I will say again, you can call it unnecessary, but actually you do really need these levels. Otherwise the team will not be competitive in a few games' time. So, I don't know. They're not completely unnecessary, but in the context of this game, unnecessary. Anyway, let's see if we can make a normal drive now. Not a 1. That's good. Is a POW. I think I like pushing that on. I definitely like. I did not think about this going around this side. Yeah, that's bad. Can't reroll it. So they've got 1 dice into 1 dice on the war dancer. 1 dice into, yeah, they'd have to base to make it 1 into 1, but they can do 1 into 1. That's just bad. I should have moved this war dancer. I should have come backwards after the blitz. I don't know why I didn't think about the back of the cage being open. I just didn't. Simply did not think about the back of the cage for a second there and forgot. So if I delete all these requests, can I be on the team next? I mean, technically you probably could do that, but then I would know you'd done it, and I'd say, right, Collie, you can't get to be on the team now, because that would be very unfair on everyone else who's spent their channel points. So please don't do that. Am I okay there? I mean, apparently not, Kaelon. I'm playing very bad Blood Bowl. Some of it I'll defend and say is justifiable. This is not justifiable. This is just bad. I probably do need another cup of tea. That's usually the problem, isn't it? Oh, no, hit the ball, and you could have pushed it through as well. I think G-City has let me off the hook there. Thanks for the follow, somebody. Mr. Elrath, thank you for the follow. Also, that Dio I missed 10 minutes ago. I don't know if that Dio is in fact that Dio. I'm guessing they're not. I'm guessing it's a different Dio, but thank you. Welcome to the stream. Tea really does cure all. Bloody love tea. Okay. So, radical new idea. Should we try to not be terrible? I cannot tell you how much I want to try the Vanty Pass again. Like, it's hurting me in my soul right now how much I want to try the Vanity Pass again, and I know it's stupid. I deserve this to fail. But on the other hand, I also deserve a 2+ to work at some point. Good. Oh, thank God.
I'm just a CCL griefer, cowboy like you. Boo.
Have I tried out the Bubble 3 beta? I have, Mr. Elrath. I did a stream on that a day or two ago. I can't remember exactly what day I did that, but I did do that the other day. Nuffle does not care. You're right. Nuffle absolutely does not care about what I deserve. Not getting a knockdown there was a bit annoying because now it's easier for them to do this sort of wall in front of us, but hopefully we can still fix this in the next 3 turns. We have faffed about a lot now. There's actually fewer turns left than I thought there were. So need to crack on and try and score a touchdown. Oh, double base for the board. Double GFI for the base. Okay. I think I'll reverse the pitch from here. It's like a little bit of a commitment, but they've made it reasonably awkward to go straight forward. Do not do a dodge before we do other stuff. Just put you in there. Problem with that is it really needs to be a knockdown if I do it there. If I do it up the way, it doesn't, but then I commit a lot of movement to it. If I do it there, push onto the tree, we like that. Push you onto the tree. Good. Should do this before I move the wall dancer, because obviously if it were to fail, at least that puts tackle zones in the way. Get it there, then we can seal up the front of that all right, can't we? Tempted to GFI here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we kind of need to actually. So that doesn't just have 2 dice. Second GFI would be amazing. Am I greedy enough? Yes. Regrets. Do feel like I'm suddenly down more players than I realise. Where are all my players? I haven't lost someone somewhere. There's no one hiding behind the tree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The trees. One of them is stationary. It doesn't help. I shouldn't have done that last GFI. I should have stopped there. The first one was already pretty useful. This has not been a vintage display of how to play Blood Bowl. They haven't gone for the ball, so in that regard at least it's worked out. We need scoring threats next turn though. I'm not a pro, I'm not Andy Davo. I don't have a pro command. I don't have a coaching command either, because I don't offer those things. Because I'm not a pro. Okay, this is turn 2. Doesn't get us. Could use a reroll. Doesn't. Okay, so we'll have at least one player we can move straight into scoring range, which isn't always nice. They have made this slightly harder to get up to than I would like. In fact, we might be coming back across again. Looking at it, that dodge has made things worse for us. And yeah, oh, man, stupid. Successful Ulf. Yeah, I think I actually do like blitzing here and coming back across again. Because here, at least, even if it's a push, we can still get most of our movement that we want. That would have been bad. What will also be bad is when I try this pass and fail it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Not rolling a 1 there is good. I think I do stand that up so I can dodge this one. Good. And Then what? Just tagging for the sake of tagging. Trying the crazy dodges because that actually would achieve something. Might as well try the crazy dodges, I reckon. Other one's not going to do much. Obviously that's not a reroll, but sometimes elves just do stuff and act like jerks. And then I'll try the tagging for the sake of tagging. Well, that was quite a good turn of dice, wasn't it? We still need 1 GFI to score, so... Can't use chalice as the only definition of someone's proness. Andy Davo is a very, very good football player, much though it's fun to wind him up. His chalice record does not reflect how good he is at football. Andy indeed has helped me get better at football. As have other people as well. But Andy has been really a very helpful person for me when I was learning football. I think both his streams are really like lovely, informative streams. I think the way he talks about the game when he's in like teaching mode, I think he's really sort of good at it. And he's taken some time a couple of times to like talk to me about individual stuff as well, which is really nice of him. So yeah. Big up Andy Davo and big up the Davo Bowl, but I can't wait to bring him carrot cake and have him moan about it. This is 2 into 1. You wanted to push from down there and push up. If you wanted to get 2 into 2 here, because the into the 1 dice makes this much less strong. Bang average chicken bowl. I hope everyone will bring him carrot cakes, Leggy. Behold Corn. Thank you so much for the sub. 3 months of being one of the weirdos with us. Thank you. Quarter year anniversary. I can count. What if he's lying and he loves carrot cake? That does sound like an Andy thing to do, doesn't it? T6. That does sound like something that Andy would do. It's all a ruse. Andy's one of the fussiest eaters I know, and I know toddlers. I think we just take the dodge and go for it here, right? There's nothing else that's more worth throwing dice for. And you know, as I always fake, so he always gets cake and brownies. True. You're an enabler, Collie. You enable him to continue with his fussy eating. You enable him to have his anti-carrot cake beliefs. Okay, and we are all set up here. They could do 1 turn. It's not too easy with the tree there though, and agility 3. I think this is fine. Just in case it's a riot, why don't we set up that? Hey, Raven. Feeder, I can't help myself. I see if I must feed them. Collie, I've got to come see you soon. You're going to make me pasta. I can't wait to be fed homemade pasta at Collie's house. I will. Collie, I actually am going to like, oh, the tree can do a blitz. Come on, good guy Merton. Get this level. Get this level. We've got a reroll, so why not? Boo. Oh well. You tried. Maybe you could have tried harder, but you tried. Yeah, so like next week, I'm gonna, or maybe even over the weekend actually, probably over the weekend, I'm gonna sit down and like actually like physically get my calendar in front of me and work out when I'm gonna have my time to do stuff, because I have got time now to go places and do things. So I want to do it. I'm gonna come see you, and I'm gonna come see Dizzy and Day Day, and it's gonna be great. Bacon doesn't last my house. See, Collie, this is Collie's like, you know, Collie's pulled off a clever strategy here, right? Because like, having a husband and children means that when she bakes things, she's got like an instant distribution network. Like she can just give them away, and that's good. When I bake things, I have to make a plan. I have to make sure I'm going to be seeing some people who I can then force my baked things on. Because if not, then what happens is that I sit there and eat all the baked things myself. And I do not need to eat more baked things at the moment, even though I really like eating baked things. Torque got the MVP as well. So Torque is the SVP hog on this team. Thanks for the game, G City. Yeah, that was fun. I definitely got very greedy trying to insist on getting that vanity pass in the second half, and it nearly cost me. I don't know if you plan to go back and watch or not, like, but in general, like the two things. Well, I think the big thing I would say to you is like maybe just like try to be a bit more aggressive, because I thought that in the first half you sat a little bit too safe with the ball, and then when you then did bring it forward, because you'd kept so much of your team back, you ended up having to stretch yourself a bit, and that let me have the hit on the ball. And then in the second half, when my catcher failed the catch, I actually think if I was you, I would have gone like all in at that point. I would have brought all the players forward and made it a mess, because the ball was there to be got. So, but it was a really fun game, and I'm not saying that to be like, oh, I know best, but like just if you want my sort of thoughts on how things went, those are the two things I guess I would say. Like me, just both halves. I think if I'd been you, I would have been more aggressive, and maybe I would have been wrong. But that's probably what I would have done. But I got pretty lucky getting a free reroll each half, because like the big weakness of my team right now is that I've only got one reroll, and so getting a free one in both halves was very, very, very useful. Agi plus? Strength plus. Oh man. I mean, it's great. Like, I'm not complaining. It's the funny thing with war dance is like there are like other skills you want on them, like strip ball quickly. But like strength plus is just so good. It's not. I think that Agi plus is the best skill for a war dancer, but strength plus is amazing. So congratulations, Talk. You have given us our first fun stat upgrade. Means we don't have strip ball anytime soon. Why no Agi? Maybe next skill. So the next skill, Talk, if you could get Agi, then we'll be all right. Is Talk still here? Talk was here before. Right. I think we learned in that game, the main takeaway from that game is that I definitely need another cup of tea. So I'm going to go and put the kettle on.